Hello and welcome to another review on Neo FPV, where today we are looking at a quadcopter which has been sent to me by the manufacturer OCDAY. It is the Razer 210. It's got some specs on the box. As you can see, it's a 160 by 200 frame, 62mm high. It's made from carbon fibre. It's got an A32 V6 flight controller. It comes with 2205 2300 kV motors, 20 amp ESCs. It's got some propellers, some 5045 propellers. It's got a receiver 6 channel, and it tells you the working temperatures. So that's been sent to me to have a look at, so let's get it out of the box. Okay, that's all the parts out of the box, and let's have a look at what we've got. So we've got a quick start guide, which I haven't really looked at, so let's have a look at it. So starts with English, which is good. It talks about what's inside the quadcopter, gives you an overview of the controller, the transmitter, what the switches are, where they are. How to change your flight mode is shown up here. What switch to use is switch C. Gives you a little bit more specifications, shows you some diagrams. Talks about a camera, how to change from NTSC to PAL, and the transmitter. It's got the channels here for the transmitter. Some more for the video transmitter frequencies over here. Talks about installing a mushroom antenna. What to do before flight. Preparing the quadcopter. Battery installation. OSD information, binding the quadcopter, motor unlock, how to arm basically, and proximity FPV obstacle flying, and how to land apparently. So I'm going to just put that down for 1 minute. Here we've got some nuts, locking nuts for the motor, but it is already supplied with some. We have the OCDAY 5045 ball nose props. They feel pretty rigid. I feel like they could take a bit of a beating. It's always nice to get something included, so you don't have to buy some props if you've not realised it doesn't come with props. At least this one does. And we've got a fairly, what should be quite recognisable to most people, the Fly Sky FSi6 controller. It's quite a decent controller. A lot of people use this to use for sims, because you can use the trainer port on there and use that on any real sims, that drone sims. It's got these protectors on the gimbals. And the throttle, for some people they like that, where the throttle is quite stiff and there's no little notches, the ratchets or whatever they're called. Good movement on the sticks, feels a lot smaller in the hands to the Tyrannus. Unfortunately it uses AAA batteries, which is a real frustration for me. Here we have the actual quad itself. Yep, looks like it's made from fairly decent carbon fibre. It's quite strong. There's not, not any real flex in the arms. Yeah, looks like it's quite a nice looking frame. Got a XT60 clip connector on the side, on the back there. It comes with an FSI86 receiver. Let's look at the ESCs now. The ESCs are OCDAY BL Heli 20 amp ESCs, and it's rated for a 2 to 4S. I don't know if they make these themselves. I don't know if they're just rebranded. Someone else might be able to tell me in the comments below. But yeah, it'd be good to give this a try. The motors, let's have a look at those. They are OCDAY motors as well. 2205 2300 kV as mentioned earlier. The battery cable looks a little bit thin. I would probably personally normally would use thicker cable for the ESCs, but I guess because they're only 20 amps it's more than fine. It's using a Maytech 3.1 PDB, and the soldering seems to be fairly good. It's just strange how they've chose not to use those battery pads and they've chose to use these ones. I would have probably spun the board around the other way. And there's a 5-volt feed coming off here, which looks to go up to power the flight controller, which as we know earlier is a Razer. And those are the only two electronic boards in the stack, and the receiver is at the back here. Overall it looks like it's been put together fairly cleanly, not too much excess cable. There is a little bit up here which they could have maybe got rid of, but it's not excessive. But I wonder if you've noticed the glaringly obvious thing that stands out to me. No camera. And I'm pretty sure if we go back through the quick start guide, it mentioned about OSDs and it mentioned about VTXs and channels, and that's kind of why I paused when I was talking about this. So it says it should have a TX600XS transmitter inside, and the camera should have an 800 TVL resolution camera, which I have neither of. So my first instinct is, have I been sent an incomplete unit? Was it intentionally taken out, or am I supposed to add it separately? So there's many unknowns, and also it means that I won't be able to actually test this until I put extra things inside it, which is a little bit frustrating. But I have got probably a camera lying around that I can put in, and I'm sure I can find a VTX from somewhere that will go in. But whether or not I'll get a clean feed, and obviously this is supposed to be a ready to fly, so it's not ready to fly. It's not ready to fly FPV, and it should be, because as you can see it's got the section in there for the transmitter and the camera, and also at the back it even talks here about proximity FPV obstacle flying. So yeah, the quick start is in English only. Maybe this quick start guide is for a different drone and they've just bundled it in, but everything else matches up. So where's my camera and where's my video transmitter? Okay, so we've not got a battery here to actually power it up with, and I wasn't planning on flying it today. However, the review's going to come to a bit of a standstill while I now have to find a camera and a VTX and get it working. So initially, I guess I can only be honest and say I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm not sure whether it's just a unit that I've been sent and whether it's just because it's a test unit. I have no idea. However, I will put a camera in it, I will put a VTX in it, and I will fly it, and I'll get back to you. So part 1 of the OCDAY Razer 210 unboxing. and we'll be back with part 2 as soon as I can get this thing in a workable flying state. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I hope this is a little bit helpful for anyone looking to get a Razer 210, and look out for part 2. Like and subscribe.